nice easy lap initially, just so I can talk about where we're pointed as we go past the apex and where we want to place the car on the racetrack. And when we go faster and start picking it up, I want you to notice how smoothly I'm trying to make the car change direction and how little I'm moving the steering wheel to make that happen. I want to minimize the inputs into the system here.
Okay.
Smooth as fast. Driving mode, we got our video, lap timer, we're all good. All right. So when I'm going into these corners, when we're going faster, you'll know I'm slowing down because I'm going straight, a lot of pressure on the brakes. As I turn into the corner, I'm easing up on the brakes, letting the nose of the car rise slowly. And I'll tell you, the brake lights are still on and now they're off. So you can see how deep into the corner I'm still touching the brakes just to tip weight forward onto the front tires so I get more grip while I'm turning.
Okay.
It's all weight transfer. Slowing down is done while we're going straight, and it ends at the blue turn-in cone if there's a blue turn-in cone there. That's where deceleration is done, and now we're just balancing the car.
Okay.
And if you listen to the exhaust note, you'll be able to tell when I'm starting to get on the throttle, and you'll see that I won't be accelerating until I'm starting to leave the corner, which means I'm starting to straighten up the wheel.
Okay.
There's our braking cone. I'm looking at the apex, bringing it in nice and tight to the apex, and then this is where I'd start accelerating because I'm starting to straighten the wheel up. I'm going to fix my radio here. That's going to annoy me greatly. There we go. Freaking radios. Alright. Okay, so notice where I'm pointed when I go by the apex. See how I'm turning before the apex so I can be aimed where I want to go?
Okay.
And then here's how we want to deal with the launch pad. I'm in the middle of the road here. Coast right here. The car will turn in tighter. Get over to the left. Now here's where we turn straight over the hill.
Okay.
Turn where the car's slammed into the hill. Turn there. Straighten up the wheel as you go over the crest. You don't want to go through there diagonally. That'll throw you in the desert. Alright, ride the curb here. Now to the left. Now I'm going to turn tighter here. See how I'm turning tighter? And I can straighten the wheel at the apex because I turn more before it. Have you ever pulled a trailer?
A couple times.
Okay. Think about pulling a trailer. You kind of start wide and you tighten up the line as you go through the corner. So it's same thing here, I'm getting around the racetrack. See where I'm pointed when I get to the apex?
Yep.
Now watch here. Get the car turned. I'm already starting to straighten the wheel as I go by the apex. Firm brakes. Lightly on the brakes. Now notice hardly any steering wheel motion through here. Just nice steady arc through the turn. Accelerate out. Here, light throttle, start to accelerate. Firm brakes, light brakes, apex. Now look where I'm pointed here as I go by these apexes. Alright, I'm going to coast right here. The car tightens up its line. Get over to the left, turn, straight. Here, off the brakes. Now I'm going to turn sharper here. Light brakes, turn sharper, straighten the wheel, go. Firm brakes, light brakes. Light brakes, steady speed. Accelerate out of the corner. touching the brakes still. Off the brakes, light throttle. Roll back on the gas. Firm brakes, light brakes. Coasting right here, tightens up the line, back on the gas. Lightly on the brakes. Light brakes here, steady speed, and accelerate out of the corner. Pretty stout on the brakes to start slowing the thing down, but then light brakes, steady speed through the corner, accelerate up. So you can see there's a process to it, right?
Right.
We're not going crazy, hair's not on fire, that kind of thing. Just nice process. Slow the car down strongly in a straight line. Turn in smoothly, light brakes, keep the front loaded as we're turning into the corner. Once the car is turning, lightly back on the gas just to keep us from slowing down. We're not ready to accelerate until we start to straighten the wheel up as we're leaving the corner. Then we're on the gas out. So, you ever ride a motorcycle? Okay. It's okay, no problem. But it's balance. It's all balance. The front wheels are doing the work slowing down. As we blend into the corner, we take the weight off the front tires and move it smoothly to the outside wheels, front and rear. Then steady speed through the corner, keep them working equally. As we leave the corner, we take the weight off the outside wheels and move it back onto the rear wheels to give us traction to drive out of the corner. So it's just tipping the car smoothly.
Okay.